Tuesday, April 16th, 2019, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. This will be a fairly quick video. I need to go out today for a while. I'll probably, hopefully do another video this afternoon about the markets. So it's before 7 a.m. London, and I want to talk about geopolitics, war, World War I, World War II, probability of World War III. And why do I want to talk about this, geopolitics? Well, what happened yesterday in Paris, I think, is very significant with the Cathedral of Notre Dame, or as the Americans would say, Notre Dame, but it's really Notre Dame in French. Iconic cathedral, of course. I mean, if you visit Paris, that's one of the places you go to visit. Eiffel Tower, the cathedral, maybe the Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe. I know it's a very important landmark, especially for Christians, people who practice Christianity. I mean, I'm a Christian, but I have to admit, I don't practice the organized religion, you know, church going, but very significant. And what's it got to do with geopolitics and World War III? There is an old story, of course, some of you might know, and I've known this for quite a few years, right after the Civil War. Albert Pike and Mazzini, Giuseppe Mazzini, an Italian Freemason. Albert Pike was a Freemason as well from the South in the US. Apparently they wrote a letter to each other revealing the plan, you know, the plan for the world, World War I, World War II, and World War III. Of course, some people have discredited this notion that there's a letter between them. There's a story here in the Daily Star from about 2016. Daily Star is one of the major tabloids in the UK. It's not a kind of paper that I would buy, but it says here the story, mystery 200-year-old letter revealed World War III plans and final battle against Islam. And it goes on to say, a letter written more than 200 years ago by a top military chief is claimed to have predicted 3 world wars. Yeah, so they write about it, and then at the end, though, they this is what they say. Both the British Museum and the British Library confirmed to Daily Star Online there's no record of the letter being in the establishment's possession. And according to them, it was William Guy Carr, one of the persons who commented on this letter and said that it was at the British Museum and at the British Library. Then you have other stories here. I recommend you Google Mazzini and Pike plan for World War III. You'll get quite a bit, and you can look at it yourself. So what does William Guy Carr actually say? This is from page 94, and from the book Pawns in the Game, and I quote, "There has been a long-range plan. It started 3,000 years ago. It was revised at the meeting in Bauer's goldsmith shop in Frankfurt in 1773. Unless united action is taken, it is likely to end when they take over economical and political control after World War III." So who does he mean by them? There, you know, who are these people? Well, it's the World Revolutionary Movement. I've spoken about this before. It's the globalists, the people behind the international banking. The Bauer's goldsmith shop, of course, are the Rothschilds. Rothschild's original name is Bauer's. So yeah, the plan, of course, the plan is to you have World War I to destroy the old order of Europe, the monarchies, the Tsar, the Kaiser. Then you have World War II to bring about like the UN, to bring about a Jewish state, a Palestinian state, and then World War III That's the war of Christianity against Islam. Am I saying that this will happen? Am I saying that we should have a war between Christianity and Islam? No, we should not fall for it. Because this, in my opinion, could be done by design. So what about the Cathedral of Notre Dame, the fire there yesterday? We've been told it was because of they're doing renovations and there's a fire, but we don't know yet. And I've noticed already on the internet there's a lot of speculation. The fire at the Cathedral of Notre Dame yesterday in Paris, am I saying it was Muslims who did it? Was it a terrorist act? No. But what I'm saying is we need to be aware that it could be a false flag. I highly recommend you watch a video by Press for Truth done yesterday on YouTube. I'll put the link below in the description, and I'll put a link to it up in the cards. It says, "Fire at Notre Dame follows wave of church attacks. Will they blame the Yellow Vest movement?" I'm not sure if they'll blame the Yellow Vest movement. I think this is something even bigger than the Yellow Vest movement. I think it could have huge implications, and we shouldn't fall for it. This is, in my opinion, has all the footprints of the globalists. This is, if you go back in history in the last 100 years, you go back to all the false flags, the battleship Maine, Havana Harbor, that's more than 100 years, of course, but you get the Lusitania, sinking of the Lusitania. In Germany, you get the Reichstag fire as well, which was blamed, I think, on a Jew. And then it gave the excuse to close the Reichstag when the Nazis took over. You get Pearl Harbor, World War II. You get loads of false flags we've seen. Some may argue even 9/11 and all the conflict we've had between the West and the Middle East. So Christianity and Islam. And more recently, you get acts like President Trump declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel. President Trump declaring that the Golan Heights should be part of Israel. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are pitting both religious blocs against each other. And it concerns me, and I think the public should not fall for it. Of course, it's still early days. This dichotomy, this divide and conquer between West and East, Christianity, Christian Europe, and United States, and Muslim Middle East. I think it's very dangerous. It would be a culmination of this globalist globalist objective of one world government. And we need to keep our guard, especially after what happened yesterday in Paris. So this is a little different, but I think it's also very important to keep an eye on these kind of geopolitical developments. It could be just a fire, things go back to normal. But it's very symbolic, Notre Dame. That's why I needed to warn people about this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Share the video far and wide. And don't forget to hit the little notification bell above to be notified of my new videos. You can also follow me on Twitter, Steemit, and on DTube. I wish you all a great day, and I'll probably talk to you later. Take care. Bye.